So in the middle of Corona chaos, are you a person who brings panic to the situation or a person who brings peace? When you show up, do things get a little more stressed, a little more amped up? Or does calm and peace come with you? You know, people got a lot of things they got to be concerned with right now. It's the virus itself, maybe loved ones who are at risk, the economic concerns that are going on as we try to mitigate the virus. People are trying to learn how to work from home, trying to figure out how to educate or entertain their kids while they're working from home. There's a lot of things that we just got to juggle, right? A lot of plates spinning. But then on top of that, there's folks that are coming along and they're saying, hey, have you seen this? Have you heard this? What about this? And they bring that anxiety up. And then there's another crowd that's bringing this angst and this anger towards the whole situation, and people who are promulgating that say, why are you believing this? Why are you doing that? Right? And it's kind of this judgmental chastising. Which one are you? Are you a person who amps that up? Or are you a person who brings peace into all of that chaos that's going on? You know, Jesus actually calls his people, his disciples, to be peacemakers. In Matthew chapter 5, Jesus is early on in his public ministry, and he's setting up his kingdom. He's saying, here's my kingdom. It's going to be the kingdom of light and beauty and truth and justice and faithfulness and mercy. And you're going to want to be a citizen of that because it's everything that your heart craves. It says that you're going to be blessed in this way. In Matthew 9, in my kingdom, you're going to be blessed if you're a peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemakers, those who don't amp it up, but bring it down. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Right? Actual sons of God or daughters of God, right? Both apply. What a remarkable title. Because Jesus, you know, he was the Son of God. He was the capital S Son of God, God himself in the flesh. And he says, we're going to come along and we're called to do the exact same thing, which is to make peace. Now, when you look at how Jesus made peace, he went right to the heart of the issue. He went after the ultimate thing. He looked at people and he said, hey, your hope and your trust and your faith are in things that are going to fail you. Your hope is in money, right? Whether you're going to be wealthy or healthy, or you're going to have a long life, or your loved ones are going to be around and be okay for a long time, or the government's going to treat you in situations, right? And all of that's going to fail you. So you got to turn away from your trust and your allegiance to those things and turn to me. And if you do that, if you turn from those things and you turn to me and you put your faith and your trust in me, I won't fail you. I come to bring you life and flourishing, and I won't fail you. And so that's how he ultimately brings peace, is by helping people make peace with God. And so are you able to do that? When you look at the chaos, I mean, you see people in just panic and anxiety and worry. That really reveals where they've put their trust and their faith and their hope. And so maybe what God's calling you to do is, instead of amping things up, is to bring peace to them, because their eyes and their hearts and their minds are just given over to these other things. They're putting trust and hope in these other things. I want to give you a litmus test for things that you say, or things that you post, or things that you tweet, or emails that you forward. And that's over in James chapter 3. It's a book towards the end of your New Testament. And in James 3, God says this about the wisdom from above. He says, listen, there's different types of wisdom. There's worldly wisdom and the wisdom that comes from people and humanity. There's a dark, sinister spiritual wisdom that's meant to kill. And then there's the wisdom of God from above that brings life. And the wisdom from above is this. In verse 17, it says, the wisdom from above is first pure, and then it's peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. Would you say those things about the things that you're saying, the things that the message that you're sending out into the world? Is it peaceable? Do you love making peace? Is it gentle and open to reason? Can you look at people that are hurting and scared right now and say, hang on, let me speak into this and bring light? Is it full of mercy? Does it bring a real solution? And that solution being Christ. Do you bring Christ in a merciful act? Look at the promise in verse 18 for those who seek peace. It says, a harvest of righteousness is sown in peace by those who make peace. The promise is a harvest of righteousness in your own life, right? Putting sin that's killing you and those around you to death. It's sown in peace. You know that you're doing the right thing by God, by those who make peace. So make peace. And if you catch yourself bringing worry and anxiety and fear and panic to the things that you're saying, to the things that you're posting and tweeting, if you're bringing angst and just amping up the anxiety, then my challenge to you is pause and pray. and confess to God, I've got this stuff going on in my life. I've put my eyes on things that are going to fail me. Would you forgive me for that? And would you help me to focus on you? Would you bring my heart and my devotion, my trust off of the things that are failing me and bring it back to you so that I have peace with you that I can then take out into this chaos. This world needs peacemakers, and God has called you to do that. So we are praying for you and we're pulling for you. We love you. God bless.